SC Freiburg 1, West Ham United 0. Disappointing game. First half was pretty lacklustre, hardly any chances created. We didn't go at them, they didn't come at us. One or two chances, I think we had our first shot on target after 20 odd minutes or so. But first half, not to remember really, it wasn't really worthwhile. Team lineup, surprised that Moyes went as strong as he did. I thought he was going to give one or two players a bit of a rest, but the only change he made was Fabianski in goal. So you would have expected, given that there was quite a strong lineup, that we would have gone for it a bit more, but it wasn't to be. Second half looked like we started off a bit more brightly, went at them a bit more, created quite a few chances. We had our fair share, but we just weren't penetrative enough. We flattered to deceive in a way, and we just the game looked like it was going to go to a 0-0. Moyes didn't make any changes. We thought that perhaps he would have brought Antonio on after maybe 60-65 minutes in order to sort of give us a bit of impetus up front, give us a bit more sort of structure, but that wasn't to be. We had some good chances, in the second half, a lot more better chances than we did in the first half. But again, we just can't finish our. Freiburg are an average football team, and yet we couldn't break them down. Definitely. It's not as if they were a good team in order for us to sort of, be drawing with them. And the game started to fizzle out, and then of course, out of nowhere, Alvarez gave the ball away in the middle of the park, and that led to their goal. Did they deserve it? No more than we would have done. But of course the big talking point at the end of the game was the penalty. 100% penalty. Took forever for the referee and for VAR to check it. And then the referee was told to go and check the screen, and everyone could see it was an absolute 100% nailed on handball. And the referee decided not to give it, and that was the last kick of the game. Look, disappointing game all round. Moyes didn't make changes when he should have done. He brought Phillips on the 81st minute, but he should have made changes with up front. He should have brought Antonio on at least for 15 minutes just to run at their defence. So now we've got it all to do. They're going to come to West Ham next Thursday and defend that 1-0 lead, and they're going to make it really difficult for us to score. And we should be beating this team. There's no denying it. They're not great, but. I don't know. I guess this is the reason why people criticise David Moyes. When he needs to sort of go for it, he doesn't seem to do so, and that's a disappointing thing. That's upsetting in a way. But then you can't sort of giving the ball away. That's not down to Moyes. When you're on the pitch, when you give the ball away the way we did in order for them to score the goal, that's when it gets frustrating. So yes, as much as David Moyes should have made changes for the better and made them sooner in order to take the game to this against Freiburg, he didn't do that. But there's no accounting for the misplaced passes. We seem to do that quite regularly, and this time it was Alvarez that gave the ball away. Anyway, 1-0 to them. They're going to come out in the next week, and they're going to defend the ball and try and keep their lead. We've got all to do, but we've got it in our locker to be able to go out there and play a decent game against them. So let's see how we go fare from here on in. But anyway, 1-0. We'll go next week, but a disappointing game. It's pretty cold out here, and not much more to say. Not the greatest of games.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm too angry.
Go on.
Yeah, them flying passes that he fucking does.
Terrible. So are players allowed to use their hands now in the penalty area, or is it just the goalkeeper? Are we the only team where a referee has deliberately gone against VAR?
Totally wasted the first half. Still totally wasted the first half. Come out the second half better. Woeful passing again as usual.
We're getting beaten by
Yeah.
average.
Paqueta
sides,
falling
aren't
over, doing his
they
usual
are
thing.
bang average as well.
They are
aren't
average.
they?
Yeah.
Paqueta didn't have a good game today.
didn't have a
did he,
good
to be
game,
honest?
no.
Blind passes drive out. Oh, and Zuma again. What was all of those short goal kicks all about as well?
Why do we do it?
I mean, they were
doing
it
the
as well,
same
yeah.
as well, weren't they? They were doing it and all, yeah.
That
But,
took
you
about 7 minutes to do that. And
Talking about the VAR
referee
decision.
stood there looking at his own decision for 2 minutes before deciding not to give one.
Why did he not give it?
know, don't know.
Did he bottle it?
Yes, he did bottle it.
Yeah.
It was the last
Dead
kick,
cert pen.
last kick of the game. He knew that he wouldn't have to put up with much, so he bottled it.
Trouble is, with his arm up so high, he's deflecting the course of the ball. So I don't get how it's not a penalty.
There won't
Who
be
else am
anyone that says it isn't a penalty other than that ref. The VAR told him, have a look at your decision. It's basically wrong.
The trouble is, again, they're not going to get reprimanded for making mistakes, are they? That's the problem we got.
Trouble is that one.
That's-
He made the decision not to give it. It wasn't
Yeah.
even a mistake, was it? He
Yeah.
just decided, didn't he?
Yeah.
It took
It's
far
just-
too long though. The
Far
whole
too long.
thing took far
So,
too long.
do you want to just get a shot of my shirt?
What about your shorts?
How's your belt today?
My-
People, the viewers want to know
What about your pants?
if your belt's okay.
If your pants are louder than his shirt.
My belt's okay, my pants are fine.
Oh my God.